All right, we've come to our final act of the evening, and this will be a performance by the Bitter Pill Collective. All right, what is the Bitter Pill Collective? It is run by poet and podcast host Pete Solomita and guitarist-composer Fred Argenziano, who make up the foundation of their spoken word group, the Bitter Pill Collective. They blend the themes of the fragility of the human experience with music drawn from blues and country and folk. They also co-produce the very Swell variety show, a bi-monthly variety show at Young Ethel's in Brooklyn, where you are right now. Both Fred and Pete have been active in the New York City music scene for decades as drummers. This new collaboration of the two longtime friends has brought a spark to their creative output and has been very well received throughout Gotham. Guitarist Evan Hilzinger adds color and verve on acoustic and electric guitars and bass. Occasionally, guest musicians sit in. Is that happening today? All right, so just to let you guys know, could be better. Could be. No, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. As mentioned earlier, Evan is Fred's nephew, so that's some really beautiful like nephew-uncle time we're going to see up here. So guys, everybody, give it up. Give it up. The Bitter Pill Collective.
Thank you.
All right. It's a vicious cycle, a vicious cycle. It's a vicious cycle, a vicious cycle. I think out loud, it's a vicious cycle. I scratch and then I bleed just like yesterday. It's a vicious cycle. I repeat the phrase, it's in my head. It's not me, as I lie in bed. Staring at the face in the paint, telling me to get a grip. You're losing it said. You're losing it. Your mind is scrambled, you've got nothing left. I looked away and dig deep in the bed. It's a vicious cycle, I said. I won't fall asleep again. It's a vicious cycle as I toss and turn. It's a vicious cycle. It's time to get up and start all over again. It's a vicious cycle. This one is about how different people handle getting old. It's called Twilight Quiet. John was feeling very old today, missing something he couldn't put a finger on, as a day's stillness overwhelmed. Rose looked out her window as the traffic hurried by. The late afternoon sun streamed in and brought a tear to her eye. Rhonda waited patiently on her porch for her son to pick her up. It was something she lived for, their weekly dinner out. Carlton stayed motionless, staring at the framed photo of his late wife on the bedside table. Life was not for him anymore. How do you describe loneliness to someone who is not lonely? That the long journey was slowly winding down? That dreaming is a lost thing? The company of others fleeting? The days and the weeks not distinguished and nothing to put on a blank calendar? Sasha clipped the crocus from her spring garden. The purple and the yellow will add color to her quiet dining room, making her feel glad to be alive. Can you guys hear both guitars equally? Anybody? You can hear them both? Thank you. This one's called Free as a Bird. I was committed after a battle royale. It was a long and winding road and not so easy to navigate because I had burned bridges of family and friends and workplaces too. I don't think I'm crazy, at least that's what I tell myself, but it's hard to think straight when you're constantly arguing with yourself. My wife gave up first, said I was a hot mess of a mistake that she didn't have time to fix, and it was just easier to walk away. So there I was alone with the rent due. I didn't have the dough. I slept on a couch or two until the welcome wore out and the streets became my home. A bench in the park, a box under an overpass, hotel doorway, alleyway, a train at night. Shared a bottle or two, smoked weed with the gang until a turf war was ended by a slash of a face. So here I am, surrounded by white walls, fluorescent lights swinging, windows with bars, a cup filled with pills, followed by a swig of juice, a regimen dictated by a doctor and a nurse too. It's in your best interest, you'll see. You will soon be your old self again, free as a bird to do what you please. So just do what we say, follow the rules, and you'll be soon on your way. An upstanding part of society, and quite civilized, too. Thank you. This one's called Red Velvet. Too good. Give it a hand for Fred Argenziano. My mother, God bless her soul, dropped me on my head when I was just 2, getting ready for the show of Burlesque Betty, the queen of Red Velvet. She made the men swoon in a basement club downtown off the avenue. She shook her tassels to the voodoo beat of I Put a Spell on You. Eliciting hoots and hollers from the lubricated crowd, looking for some cheap thrills from the doldrums of their fucking sad and sorry life. I never saw her on stage, I only heard about her moves. They said she was sultry in a girl next door kind of way. But at home she was someone else. She was just my mom. Life wasn't easy, she gave it her all, and I never wanted for anything. There was laughter shared and good times for 2. Why don't you say something, Evan? Hilzinger. From early on, I knew that under the stage lights, she let out a piece of herself, but she always saved the best for her son. And despite the bumps, the lumps, I've grown up to be a proud man of a woman that lived life fully and on her own terms. Thanks. This one's called East Village Life. Should I start? I told myself that it didn't matter that the hat didn't fit. Sit on my head skewed to one side. Danny bought it for me the day before he committed suicide. We were hanging out at a street fair down on 10th Street and Avenue A, our hood, for a long time. It was on a rack with other people's clothes. I moved down there in the 80s trying to find my way out of the suburban dullness. Danny came a few years later from a stint in Desert Storm. He liked the noise. It was louder than the nightmares. We hung out in Tompkins Square Park amongst the punks, the drunks, and the drug dealers, and the anarchists. Passed around whatever we could afford, from plain songs filled with angst, open guitar case filled with mostly coins. I eventually found my way out, leaving my addictions behind. Danny's demons took him down to the riverside, and his lifeless body drifted slowly uptown. I only found out about it from posters on street lamps advertising his memorial that was going to be held in the park later that week. I didn't have the strength to go. The shame of our disconnect had taken a toll all these years later. But heck, I still have the gift of a fedora with a fallen feather and a faded, rust-colored band. Thank you. The next one's a blues stomper. Feel free to clap along.
If you're gonna dance, now's the moment.
Little Blind Jr. came back to town riding high in his shiny new Cadillac. Dressed in a coat of fur, a woman, no, make that two on each arm. He left town broke, now has diamonds that shine. He belt out his songs written with blood and pain of those before him, mostly who never made it. Deep roots once laid, planted with hope to be in a better place. A break from the past. Jr. was his own man, owed nothing to no one. He made his bed and always laid in it. He got up each day, a different town each night. The same key, but another dance for a buck and a drink. It was salvation for a man who could make a stand and claim his stake in the promised land. In the promised land. Thank you. The next one's about domestic violence. It's called Pass the Torch.
If I remember the chords. Okay, and here we go. And thank you all very much.
My father's son, my reflection screams to me, reassuring not much of anything. The past can be an angry thing. Daddy worked in the shipyard, long hours of hauling other people's stuff. He'd go home, bent over in pain, wishing that he was someone else. Mother fed him with dinner and love, but that didn't stop the beatings of herself and her only son. Some things you just never forget, they haunt you no matter what you do. So I stay away from love, knowing I haven't got enough to share, and I'm not going to pass the torch of heartache and despair. Time, guys. Once again, Evan Hilzinger. Daddy died one day at a time with a bottle by his side. His dreams long been buried. My mother, she never knew what it was like to just freely live life. And she got really good at pretending that the sun always shined. And I had no one to turn to when I had questions about life. So I stay right where I am in an old decaying place where the table is set for one. Because loneliness is better than destroying the things that you love. And it's just not worth taking the chance that maybe, just maybe, I'm like my old fucking man. Thank you. You've been a great audience. Give yourselves a hand. I hope you've enjoyed your evening here at Young Ethel's for the very swell variety show. Once again, I'd like to thank Shane Lorenzen, Peter Mara, Andy Cedar, Dorothy Friedman, Ann Cadet, Stephen Klett, hey, that rhymes, Sam Cohen, Rachel Burke, and the Bitter Pill Collective. Give him a hand. She gave up caring what others thought after a lifetime of anxiety-induced inner turmoil. She needed some cash. It was getting expensive hiding her true nature. So she grew her beard out, almost a ruddy brown like a Krylan can from 1979. It was pretty startling, a full magical profile. She felt proud. She signed up for a side hustle in Coney Island. Sideshows by the seashore for the locals, the dreamers, and the bored who were just looking for a thrill out from the hot summer sun. And they felt kinship amongst her fellow outcasts and outsiders who left mainstream a long time ago. They stopped trying to fit into a world not really meant for their kind. But when the spotlight was turned on and the show began and the barker welcomed the audience, the curtain was raised. They hit the stage. Life was on their terms and nothing else mattered now. Of oddity and curiosity on breathtaking display. As the sun slowly went down, the show came to a close. Take a bow to the mad applause. Thank you. Drop the curtain until the next show, where she and her kind will pass the time. Because this is her new glorious life now. This is her new glorious life now. Time, guys! I feel like dancing. Who else feels like dancing? Huh? Do you feel like dancing? Do you feel like dancing? Do you feel like dancing? Why do I sound like Gilbert Gottfried all of a sudden? He died. He died a long time ago. Yes, he did. But I didn't. No, I didn't die. Well, maybe a little bit. Possibly. Right now, did I die or am I still here? That's what I ask. I ask you all, am I dead? No, I'm not. One more time, Evan Hilzinger. Argenziano. I'd like to thank my wife Jill for doing the videography, and I'd like to thank you, all of you. Have a pleasant evening, folks. Goodbye.